Coming up here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, going to be breaking down day one of week 2 of the Patriots OTAs. Going to be talking about what people have been seeing from these players at practice. Then we're going to hear from some of the players, including Jerod Mayo. I am your new host of Patriots Today by Chat Sports, Allie Barefoot. No, it's not a nickname, believe it or not. This is my actual last name. I did not get to pick it. It is what I was born with. But I am the host of Celtics Today by Chat Sports, so they figured, why not go ahead, put her on Patriots, and let's see how this goes. But first things first, I got you a nice little roll call in here. I know obviously you guys subscribe to this channel because you love the Patriots. Now I need to see it. Go on ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. I got to know who I'm working with here. If you love the New England Patriots, hit that thumbs up. Let's go ahead and get started. The number one thing that's on everybody's mind right now is who's standing out to Jerod Mayo. Well, he actually discussed this right before day one of week 2 started. Talked about 2 specific players that have stood out to him on the field and off the field in these OTAs. And no surprise here, they're 2 defensive players. We know the Patriots' strength is going to lie on the defensive side of the ball. But the fact that they're now stepping up on the leadership side as well makes me so much more excited for what this defense is going to do, what kind of damage they're going to produce this season. Who are those 2 players, you may ask? Jerod Mayo saying Keion White and Brendan Schooler are going to be the 2 players that have stood out to Jerod Mayo, and he really emphasized why he thinks the second-year player in White is actually going to be a huge phenomenon in this upcoming season. Here's what Jerod Mayo had to say about this player, saying he's doing a good job for us. He's also taken a step in being a leader. If you need a name, there's one. And we know he had 26 tackles last season. We know he only had 1 sack, but it was his first year, and in my opinion, I think he's going to be a dog. When you've got your new head coach pointing out what you're doing, not just in your defensive plays, but also in the fact of what you're doing in your leadership role as well, because I'm going to need to see players like White. I'm going to need to see players like Christian Gonzalez, those players who have been here for a short period of time, haven't really made a huge splash just yet, start to step up and show me that leadership role on the defense. I think White is going to be that next player up, and if he can be a dog for them, this defense is going to elevate just a little bit more. But we all know the defense is what the Patriots got helped them get through last season. So who's the defensive player do you expect to have a breakout season this upcoming year? Personally, I do want to see what Gonzalez is going to be able to do. He only had a little sliver of performance in last season before he got hurt, and I think he is going to be elite for this Patriots secondary. So with that being said, go ahead and comment that down below. But first things first, I saw this on Fanatics today. And I said, let me tell my Patriots fans about this beautiful shirt combo that is $23 off. You got it for the later fall games. You got your long sleeves you can rock in Foxborough. But I get it. I got family up there in Massachusetts. It gets hot in the summer. So while you're going to training camps, while you're going to OTAs, while you guys are doing all this stuff, rock the short sleeve as well. This is perfect for Foxborough because I feel like once it starts the season off, like August and September, it feels good. It's like in the 70s, 80s. Wear the short sleeve. But then when it starts to get a little bit colder and you know that cold's coming, that's how you can get the long sleeve. Go to chatsports.com/Patriots chat. Ooh, not chat. Don't chat. Chatsports.com/Patriots shirt combo to get this great deal of $23 off. One more time, just in case you heard me the first time. Chatsports.com/Patriots shirt combo. No chat here today. All right, here's the number 2 takeaway that I have here from week 2 of OTAs. The 7-on-7 drills. And I get it. This is probably the closest thing that we have right now to real-life football, which is a little bit sad. I do like 7-on-7s, but I am ready to see them obviously go 11-on-11 and play in full pads. But here's what they had to take away from those practices they had earlier, and it was Javon Baker, the wide receiver that came out of the 4th round. UCF stood out amongst everybody today, according to reporters who were actually at the practice. I saw some videos, I was reading some articles, and it looked like Baker showed his skills. And we knew that when the Patriots ended up drafting him, that he was going to be a climbing the ladder kind of guy. He was going to be a catching off-body type of guy. Well, here's a play that stood out to him. The rookie is making moves. Baker climbed the ladder and went up and over CB Marco Wilson on a downfield sideline pass from Brissett. Apparently it was a dime. This guy knew where to read the ball, he knew how to secure it, and he knew how to finish the play. And he also scored a touchdown in double coverage. This guy is starting to stand out here, not only in his wide receiver core, but also with QB1 right now in Jacoby Brissett. And I think while it is just 7-on-7s, I know you can say, oh, Allie, you're getting way too excited here for 7-on-7s. Believe me, I grew up watching my brother play 7-on-7s week after week in the summer. This is when you really stand out because there is no pads. There is no strength. It is technique when it comes to this because it is pretty much just two-hand football. So I'm really excited that Javon Baker decided to step out here. And what's also really great is that there were multiple takeaways that happened in the 7-on-7. Jaylinn Hawkins intercepted a Zappe pass. It was the only interception of the day. Juju laid out for a Drake Maye go ball. We knew when Drake Maye got drafted, one of his huge assets was his arm, the cannon that he has. And he's going to be really resourceful on those deep balls, those go routes, those dimes. And the fact that Juju laid out for this pass, I'm starting to see the connection, and I'm liking it. And then Maye and Thornton also connected on another dime deep downfield. So it looks like that cannon is turning out to be true. And when Drake Maye is getting those passes in, he's finding those top receivers for the Patriots. I'm really excited for this core of receivers, man. I know that Elliott Wolf and Jerod Mayo were focused in on the offense during the draft, and I do think the young guys are receivers, literally from round 1 up until like round 4 or 5, I'm very excited to see how this offense starts to come together, especially that core wide receiving group. Because here's what I'm also noticing in the rookies, and I love this, man. Show that extra effort. You're going to have Drake Maye, you got Javon Baker, and you got Jaylynn Polk, who have continuously stayed after practice for more reps. That's going to pay off. These are completely new teammates to each other that have played in different conferences in college. So the fact that they're trying off books just to make a little bit more repertoire in between them, Polk and Baker are going to be outstanding, regardless of who that QB is going to be. And I hope they do not prove me right? Prove me wrong? Prove me wrong. All right. The third takeaway of day 1, week 2 of Patriots OTA is going to be the QB rotations. I know this is in a lot of Patriots fans' minds, is where Drake Maye is really fitting in right now in this QB depth chart. Is Brissett still the main guy? And what about Zappe? Where is he at right now as well? Well, here is how the Patriots QB rotation is going. Brissett is obviously running at QB1 right now. Makes the most sense. He's got the most experience. Bailey Zappe at QB2, second most experience. Has actually started for the Patriots last season. And then QB3, you do have Drake Maye. Of course, that is to be expected. And then Joe Milton was actually absent today in OTAs. I couldn't find any rhyme or reason as to why he was absent, but they only did run with those 3 quarterbacks here today. So like I said, this is completely expected. This does not mean Jacoby Brissett is starting week 1. This doesn't mean Drake Maye is starting week 1 either. This is just who's getting the most reps here in day 1 of week 2 OTAs. Here's a good breakdown as well as to how many reps these players were actually getting. You can see Jacoby Brissett took 6 of 7 snaps when they were playing with 11s, and then 7 out of the 8 snaps when they were playing 7-on-7. And of course, it starts to go down. But here's what I found pretty interesting is that 12 for 14 in those 7s is his completions, which is not bad at all here for Drake Maye as well. And then Bailey Zappe, of course, threw the only interception today in 7-on-7. Like I said, Jaylinn Hawkins got up and ended up getting that interception as well. So I feel like Drake Maye's stats there are kind of the same with Zappe's when it comes to the 11s. In the 7s, he looked like he dominated all 3 quarterbacks, which is pretty interesting to me, but obviously they're going to put their best foot forward. Bailey Zappe commented on the QB competition going on in New England, saying they told all of us that it was going to be a competition. Everybody's going to have an opportunity to go out there and prove that they can be that guy. All 4 of us are going to do our best to do that. And then whoever gets that job, the other 3 of us are going to help that guy do whatever he can on the field to win games. And look, I know quarterbacks can say that, but look at this picture, man. This is literally Brissett with his arm around Drake Maye. I love this. This is just showing the rookie and the vet. Hey, man, I got you. Hey, man, keep your head up. Hey, man, that was a great pass. This is actually what they're doing in their quarterback room right now, which is great coming from a failed experiment with Mac Jones. Maybe he didn't get that same type of confidence. Maybe he didn't get that same kind of reassurance. And I'm glad the New England Patriots quarterback room is now looking out for one another, because it's really going to help out down the line if there are injuries or somebody has to start over the other. Brissett had some words to give Drake Maye, saying, I've just been giving him positive reinforcement, man. Trying to instill that confidence in him and show him that he's getting better. Jacoby Brissett has already said he wants to be a mentor for Drake Maye. He wants to be a mentor for all rookies, the same way that TB12 was a mentor for him, which is fantastic coming from the rookie and the vet. So with that being said, we know that Brissett is running at number 1 right now. We know Bailey's at number 2 and Drake Maye is at number 3. Do you guys agree with this quarterback ranking? Go on ahead and rank your QBs, which one you would like to see them be in rotation in the next OTAs here. Who's going to be your QB1 heading into those OTAs as well? Go on ahead, comment that down below. And like I said, if you love the New England Patriots, baby, like this video. If you've made it this far in the video, hit that thumbs up button for me. And as always, go Patriots.